Hello YouTube, in today's video we are talking about a subject that has crowned 2020 as his year. No, not the end of Steven Universe. That's going to be a whole nother video that I'm going to do probably later this month. But instead today we are talking about Animal Crossing New Horizon. Now when I originally was going to do the voiceover for this video, I did not have it, and nor had I ever played an Animal Crossing game. But now today, as of April 3rd, I've had Animal Crossing for about a week and been playing it non-stop at the end of my quarantine. Well, or as some people like, I'm gonna say quarantine. I'm not a monetized channel. We know what's going on here. So yeah, I've been playing Animal Crossing for the past week and I am in love with the game. So I've been seeing people before the game came out, and while the game is out now, there's people drawing like what I call their Mayorsona, or I guess villager. Like they're drawing their human persona of themselves in Animal Crossing. So I decided to do that. Now unfortunately I think the challenge was to kind of stay within the Animal Crossing style, you know, with clothes and all that. But I decided I kind of just wanted to draw one of my favorite outfits and me in that outfit as my Animal Crossing self. In the end, like as you see here, everything I'm doing in purple kind of becomes like in a GIF because I couldn't decide on which hair I wanted to have as my canon Animal Crossing self. So what I decided to do was create a GIF of 3 different hairstyles. One where I have my hair in like a double poof, another one where I have like double poof but with braids in the front, and the last one with single leaves, which is the hairstyle that I have now. And that's kind of the one that I do as my the single-leaves hairstyle is more of my mascot for myself within Animal Crossing, even though that's the one hairstyle I think you cannot get in Animal Crossing. Like I guess you could kind of do an afro. They kind of have more, I guess, black hairstyles, but there's not that many, which that's kind of a little bit upsetting. But I know Nintendo or whoever's the one behind the Animal Crossing series, they're probably doing their best with that. Anyway, so yeah, this is kind of like more of a headcanon for what I want Animal Crossing to be. Also, I kind of idealize myself as an Animal Crossing villager because there's such tiny, chibi proportions. It's kind of hard to be like realistic with yourself. And also I decided, well, since it's also your Animal Crossing world, I wanted to give myself the emo girl emo girl makeup and hairstyles that you see on TikTok all the time, which I am obsessed with. Follow me on TikTok where people have been seeing me draw on this picture before. I feel like I should have prefaced a video like this, but at the time like me making this drawing, it's been such a long time since I've drawn anything digital, and this was kind of like just like a grand piece that I made out of nowhere. Like literally you could like go through my Instagram and scroll, you see like mostly traditional work, and then boom, you got this like really stylized Animal Crossing digital artwork that most people probably weren't expecting for me to do. I feel like I can also go on record for saying that this drawing was one of the drawings I had the most fun with while drawing, and also one of the quickest drawings I was drawing. Because I started drawing this while we were in quarantine, it was like one day when I was just really tired from school and wanted something else to do. I decided I was just going to draw myself as an Animal Crossing villager before the game came out. I stayed up to maybe 1 or 2 a.m. drawing this, and I think I may have started like 12ish. So that made this drawing one of the quickest ones I ever did, because most of my drawings either take like a couple of days of going back and forth with drawing it, but like it's sped up in time lapse, and if me recording it would be like maybe 8 or 9 hours. But this one just took 2, which is astonishing with how much detail I kind of do with this, because while it is a cheaper version of myself, it's also a pretty detailed version of myself. Maybe because like I've been doing this weird cartoony style for a while, I'm used to it. But like, yeah, the detail that I did put in here, I wonder how I finished it within that 2 to 3 hours. Coming up are my favorite details in this art piece. Like when I do the pants, I have these pants that I wear them almost every Friday because they're my favorite pants. They're like kind of camo-y, and I feel like that's a motif that I'm gonna have in all of my 2020 pieces, because it feels like every time I draw a character, I have to draw them in camo pants. Like last month, I think, I went to like an Angie Thomas thing. Yes, of course, I'm always gonna go to every Angie Thomas thing. She had a book signing, and she was in conversation with another lady who also writes books. And I decided, like, you know how I did last year, I drew a picture of one of her characters. So I decided this time to draw her main character from On a Come Up Bree. And I think it said, like, on the front cover, she wore camo pants that kind of used that as a inspiration for the piece, even though I tried my hardest not to draw camo pants, but I decided why not. It looked cool, and also it kind of went in with the style of whether she's gonna be a part of one of the gangs, because she kind of starts trouble with them. Not too much spoilers, because just in case if you want to read On the Come Up, even though I haven't finished it, I do not want to ruin, I guess, the middle part of the book for y'all. Now back to the pants I was talking about. 2020, I guess, the year of non-binary characters, and also the year of camo pants for me for some reason that I do not know. But yeah, I did another piece before, like my 2020 piece. The character is wearing purple camo pants. This piece, I had to put camo pants on. Like, I guess camo is my favorite color. Is camo considered a color? I saw somewhere that someone said camo was their favorite color, but I don't know how. But anyway, for me to be able to draw these camo pants, what I just did was I put like a Gaussian blur, and I also did like a photo blur where you saw me like moving the handle a lot. So like the kind of, it's called motion blur. I did that, and like it kind of moved around the spots a little bit. It's kind of hard to draw pants digitally. I'm more used to it traditionally because I usually draw my camo pants with watercolor, which means the color kind of spreads and makes its own patterns by itself, which is why it's easier for me to do it that way, and it's less work. But trying to do it digitally, like, I feel like you have to like look at actual pants and then like draw the spots itself. Also, another thing I get to point out, as you saw a little bit before, I'm finally trying to put more backgrounds into my piece of artwork. Now, the next video that I think is going up, there is no background because I got too lazy. But in this one, I attempted to draw the Animal Crossing grass, I think you call it. Like, you know, it has like shapes in it for some reason. I tried to do that. It didn't really look too good, so I just made it into normal grass. But I kind of tried to make the dirt underneath it look like Animal Crossing dirt. Like when you see the cliffs in New Horizon, that's what it's kind of trying to go for. And I don't know why, like, she somehow got up to a circular cliff. I mean, maybe that could happen because, you know, I think I saw at one point you can move the dirt and create your own, like, weird land formation. So I guess you could do that. But yeah, so we're about at the end of the piece. This is when I'm about to finish it with, like, somewhat kind of good background. I don't know, we'll work on it as the rest of 2020 goes. But yeah, here's the gif of it, of me doing all the different crazy hairstyles. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all in hopefully a longer video where I either get to talk about Steven Universe or one of my original characters. See y'all in the next one. Bye bye.